Alright, Warplugs, I have two questions. Two questions about this. Number one, how is there a game called Breeders of the Nephelym? And number two, considering some of you heretics, how is this not the number one requested video on the entirety of the Discord? Those are the questions I have in my head. And I have a feeling that I'm going to regret watching this. I have a feeling I'm going to regret partaking in this heresy. But it's Seth. We're going to get into this. I'm going to regret everything. I already regret so much. Everyone, let's get into it. Oh God, why? This is going to be horrible. Let's go.
Hey people, Seth here. This is a serious video, as I want to be taken seriously as a creator. More than just a gamer, hard R, but a speedrunner. To this end, I'll be speedrunning Breeders of Nephelym, because nobody cares, which means this is my one and only shot at hitting a world record. This is an any percent speedrun, which I have defined as completing all the quests to obtain all the keystones to unlock all the cockblock gates. Once I've done this, I consider the speedrun complete. Along the way, I'll explain the mechanics of this open world insemination RPG and my methodology for speedrunning the game. I begin the run and start a new game. Naturally, I pick my breeder's gender, and I choose Futa. You might think this has something to do with the ability to get pregnant and make others pregnant, but no, it's actually because objectives are tied to gender, and I get the best options by being a woman that's packing extra heat.
I already regret this. I already so badly regret. Oh God.
Ignore Feline and Fern, they're useless. You may notice that I'm jumping a lot, which is faster than shift sprint. At this competitive level, I can comfortably do a mid-air 360 between each jump. Also, I'm going to have to censor every instance of nudity, which is going to be a lot. If it's too much, I'm going to start censoring with Subway Surfers and Fortnite. This is all to prevent dopamine deprivation for my Zoomy audience. If your receptors are not saturated by the end of this, I have failed as a content creator. But before we continue, your boy gotta make his bag. Ad time. My nephew's birthday was last week. You know what his mother bought him? Battlefield. I made sure to personally remind her that an even better game exists. For Warpath and Metal Slug Free collaboration explodes the mission of Battlefield.
I already regret this video. I already regret this. I already regret this.
Warpath is a real-time strategy game with real maps, real weapons, and really action-packed gameplay. The battle situation will change as your strategy changes, so you need to form your troops strategically and use your weapons to their advantage. Exciting news is that now we have Marco Rossi and Eri Kasimoto, two popular characters from Metal Slug Free, to join the battlefield. Eri Kasimoto can provide higher damage and defense values for the troops, but personally, I like Marco Rossi more. Just look at that charming smile, those hacking skills, and of course, his 18% damage boost. But the choice is yours. Join the in-game event to win these officers for free. Warpath also has a weapon system that contains all the well-known weapons, such as the Tiger tanks and the Katyusha artillery. And now, with a collaboration, you can even use a special unit skin, SV001, the beloved Metal Slug Free Super Vehicle. We're on the Warpath, and you're coming along. Just follow my link.
It will be down in the description below, my guys.
And together, we shall reclaim the Mandate of Heaven. You can also click the event page link to participate in the special event. Choose your favorite character, join their camp, and win cash and sweet rewards. We run to town, carefully avoiding the fountain so we don't get surprised. Surprised is the synonym I'm using for assault of a graphic nature. Immediately, we bank Cassie, so she repairs a lever. We start with 1,700 orgasm. Enough money.
I gotta take a break.
For the Foxen House and the Volwar Kennel, leaving us with 900. Amber May sells milk. Camilla sells semen. We buy the following quantities of milk and semen: 150 ml Foxen and Bovor milk, 110 ml Titan and Volwark semen. In retrospect, I fucked up my math and had too little wolf semen, a recurring problem in my life, but it worked out in the end. We go upstairs, pull the lever, and save reset. Saving and loading takes you back to the farm, which is quicker than walking. Now, most players will go to the sewers and meet the mega slime, copulate with her, and take her keystone.
What?
However, this makes her cry, and she'll never talk to you again, so I don't consider it a proper speedrun. Instead, we go to Cabell, the Futa centaur that's guarding the Virgin Breaks cockblock gate. We copulate, she gives us a quest. Quests are special breeding tasks composed of a gender, a trait, and a level requirement you need to satisfy to turn them in. Cabell needs a level 4 Volwarg Futa.
Why does this game exist? Why?
With a meaty trait, so we run to Lustwood to get our wolf. To consider this a proper speedrun, surprise mechanics are turned on. This adds an element of skill and danger, as at any time, if I lose focus for even a split second, I will be copulated and I will get pregnant. Surprise mechanics work like this. If a Nephelym has locked onto your character, they're going to surprise you. This is a particular problem because over time, several of them are locked in and homing on your position. The only way to shake them off is by quickly hitting the interact key on a random target. The rest will stand idle, realize they have no target, and lock on to something else. The best metaphor I can give for this is imagine a convention where the only attendants are YouTubers. You're surrounded by an ocean of penis waiting to pounce. To quote Flowey from Undertale, in this world, it's groom or be groomed. There's two
This is the worst.
methods of capturing Nephelym. 1. You have a surprise encounter and compare stats to the Nephelym. If you win 3 out of 5 categories, you can capture them. However, this is incredibly slow. 2. You give them fluids. This requires you to memorize the exact fluid preference for each gender of each racial subtype. Luckily, I have it printed out. If I get dementia, I may forget my own name, but rest assured, I will never forget these fluid dynamics. 5 ml semen or 15 ml milk gives us an instant barn animal. Males take milk, females and futas take semen. However, there's nothing stopping you from giving the wrong fluid, which I find really amusing. Yo, homie, try this. What is it? Come. I get to Lustwood, the Volwarg and Foxen start spawning. I'm so high on the spectrum, I can even spot the right variant I need from a distance because it has a muscular phenotype. But if it doesn't spawn, I have to make it. The only way to do that is by capturing more of them, which causes more to spawn. But I have to be fast because everyone on the map starts copulating. This slows me down because I can't interact with them until they're done. Also, the characters start moaning, which means the only way to avoid age restricting this video is to scream over them. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I focus wolves until I get my meaty futa. Then I cap foxes until I get a swift futa. My fluid purchases were non-random. Males make 1/3 of all spawns. The rest are futa and females. From that distribution, I split my funds to maximize my chance of landing the correct variant. Also, we can't do commercial breeding until we learn doggy from Paws Matty, as this game assumes the player to be a self-insert. That is to say, a drooling retard. Save reset, we got a wolf that needs leveling. Leveling is done by raw dogging until we get enough experience. How much we can raw dog
What is this? What is this?
Is determined by lust, which drains with use, increases with level, and resets each time we sleep. Much like fight or flight, this game is a cycle between raw dog and rest, which is what we're going to be doing most of the time. Along the way, I make use of my cattle, milking and draining them all until I hit my fluid maximum. This is how we earn money in this game. This is what bankers call liquidity. I turn in the quest, grab my keystone, head back to town, and start selling my fluids. Man, I must be on estrogen because my racks keep growing. I now have enough
I have nothing for this.
money to buy a Beauvoir shed and a free hive. However, I fucked up. I cycled too many days without keeping track. And unfortunately, Cassie was today's daily toy, which means I can't trade with her. I've lost precious time because now I have to save reset and pass a day, and my chances of hitting world first are slipping through my hands. Panicking, I took my Dragon Ball Z Dende perk and felt immediate relief. On the plus side, I got a fresh
What the fuck?
harvest, which I could sell to afford the previous sheds, the Titan Cave, the Dragon Horde, 150 ml Titan Milk, 100 ml Harpy Semen, and 200 ml Demon Semen.
I know some of you guys are going to be downloading this game later. I know some of you creatures are going to be downloading this game later.
I use my keystone to open Pleasure Pastures and bang Monarch, who asks for a Swift Foxen. In the same area, I bang Autumn and get a request for a Hornball Frier. Before leaving, I capture a bunch of Bovors for their milk. Also, I got ambushed by tentacles because I was already mid-jump and fell right into it. Save reset. I already had the Foxen she wants, so I turn in Monarch's request. Or so I thought. Turns out she wanted a Swift male.
Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
Which I don't have because I didn't plan for this. Because it was meant to be a Futa. Because it's always been a Futa. But the one time it matters, she changes her mind. So, back to Lustwood I go. I use her keystone to open the Hivelands, suck on the queen bee's titties, get a quest to restore the Hivelands, and start catching a bunch of bees. Small problem. Hornball has a very low chance of appearing in bees. We could crossbreed them with the other furries, but that's going to take a lot of time. There's no guarantee the offspring will be a bee, or that a single trait donor will pass for genetics. As stupid as it sounds, it's quicker to dice roll. I actually don't even check which traits they have. If I don't get a single Hornball across 60 attempts, I'm just gonna kill myself. Also, I was clicking so fast, I messed up and accidentally copulated 3 times in a row. No! Oh! These animations are not only unskippable, but only one possibility. No! They lock up the whole game.
Nice. No, there you go.
No. I fucked up. If I get surprised, I can't even open the menu. Save reset, milk my cows, and check my bees for results. Guess what? 60 bees. I'm on my knees, crying and shitting. Not a single Hornball in sight. My wrists, I am slitting. All right, time for plan B. Ignore everything I said. We're gonna crossbreed. At the risk of making this a tool-assisted run, yes, I have a macro script to release Nephelym from a barn with a single key. Because having to manually click the option, then
so dedicated to his craft. He has a macro built for this. Yay.
manually confirm the option in a completely different part of the screen 40 times in a row is going to drive me insane. Surprisingly, the UI for a pornographic hentai game leaves much to be desired. Many breeding attempts later, we turn in our female Hornball Frier. I yank Autumn's keystone and ask her about restoring the Hivelands. How are we gonna do that? I'm glad you asked. With 1 liter of dragon semen. I take the keystone and open up Virgin Breaks, capture some dragons, and talk to the dragon matriarch. She wants 3 liters of Bovar milk, which I already have. Save reset, and I quickly play How to Milk Your Dragon. I turn in both missions at the same time. I take the Virgin Breaks keystone, save reset, and take the Hivelands keystone. I walk up and open Sultry Plateau, run past, and open the Lewd Desert. The reason we do this is fast travel. We gotta bang Warden Neela to access the Pussy Portal Network, which is the actual
What the hell am I watching?
Name because the people who made this game are mentally stunted. This is an atypical cockblock order, but saves us a great deal of backtracking. Purchases, town trips, and portal activations will no longer be mentioned, much like an SCP wiki article. Completely redacted, testicles obliterated, class Keter. I walk back and receive Petra's quest for a level 11 Futa Dragon with a nymphomaniac trait. This is our second major roadblock. Let me explain. Certain traits in this game don't generate until you raise your world level, which is specific for each Nephelym. Basically, we need to make the gene pool stronger. We do that by releasing Nephelym into the wild. We need 1000 XP to hit world level 2. The amount of XP we get from releasing wild furries is insanely low. It'll take us anywhere from 60 to 100 releases. Why go through all that trouble when all you really need is just one? We capture several dragons and interbreed them. The goal is to produce a domestic female or Futa offspring. Now, time for some math. The value of releasing a Nephelym into the wild is calculated by their base stats multiplied by the number of modifiers.
There's research.
Level plus 1 is a multiplier. Domestic is a 3 times multiplier, and being pregnant is 2.5. From this calculation, a single domestic level 26 dragon that's heavily pregnant will award us enough XP to instantly jump to world level 2. Finally, I use for everything I learned in school, so I can speedrun a shitty porn game. Dragons share the same area as minotaurs. Each time I cap a dragon, there's a chance they won't be replaced. So if the area saturates with minotaurs, Minotaurs, it's quicker to portal hop and reset the spawn. I slip up for a second and get surprised by a Minotaur. I did what I had to stay monetized. We good! No! It takes a little bit, but I get my dragon and another keystone. Below Pleasure Pastures, I unlock the Cove of Rapture and bang Miru the Kraken, which opens a clam in the middle of the ocean that drops a giant pearl, which I take. I'm pretty sure navigating back to shore is impossible, and I'm scared of water, so I reset. We trade the pearl with
I have nothing. Nothing.
the Mega Slime and get a keystone, satisfying my requirement of not making anyone cry, aside from the audience. Heading back, we trace the shoreline until we reach the Orc encampment. Bang Chieftain Xena, who asks for a level 9 Akabeko Futa with a fertile trait. An Akabeko is a fox and bovor hybrid. Crossbreeding has a 40% chance of resulting
What's
in
with
a
the soap?
hybrid, which still needs the correct trait and gender. Luckily, female cow variants have ludicrous fertility, so it doesn't take very long to get the outcome and the keystone I need. We head back to the Cove of Rapture, find Apophethesy, who's trapped in a tight gap because her ass is too big, and
Of course. I wonder what we're gonna do here.
agree to bring her a Futa Titan to help dislodge her posterior from the cavern. I open the door to Climax Peak and get exactly that. The snake does unspeakable things to me, but I do get my keystone and open up Amorous Hallows.
What
I
the
fall on
hell?
some web, get drained by Widow, and get my final quest. A level 10 Futa Elf with a juicy trait. Anyway, I open the cockblock gate to Goblin Cave, which is also the path to reach the elves in Esoteric Glade.
Okay.
Normally, I would need to boost the world level to generate the juicy trait. However, while hunting for my nymphomaniac dragon, I captured a bunch that already had the trait. So instead, I capture some elves, crossbreed them with the juicy dragons, and sure enough, I get a juicy Futa elf. I raise it to 10 and turn in the quest. With that, I got my last keystone
There
and
you
open
go.
the gate to Moaning Crags. At
Are you happy with yourself?
3 hours, 11 minutes, and 54 seconds, I have finished the run. I am, as of now, the current world record holder for speedrunning Breeders of Nephelym. Ever since I was radicalized by browsing /r/Asian masculinity, I
What?
realized I needed to leave my mark on this earth, so that when I pass, I leave this world slightly worse off than it was before. Please don't compete with me because I will lose. And now for some words about the game itself. 10 out of 10, I hate it. Even without addressing the offer's reluctance of adding balls to a Futa, as if that makes a hermaphrodite with a penis any less gay, there's clearly programming behind this, and I respect the hustle. Also, once I realized that all the areas are connected around a central hub like Dark Souls, I
Oh
can't
my
unsee
God.
it. So yeah, literally Dark Souls. Vadi Vidya Seaman lore video coming soon. It's a good genetic simulator, and that's mainly the reason I play it. Any circulating pictures of my alleged Steam profile having over 100 hours playtime on this game is definitely photoshopped. If you're interested, it is free to play. Breeders of Nephelym is your quintessential pay monthly, Patreon-funded erotic game that will stay in perpetual early access. But hey, there's worse things you can spend your money on. As always, more content to come, Oomfies, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
That's enough internet for today. I think that's enough internet for today. I think I've hit it. I think I'm there. I think that's just enough for today. This game exists. That's one. This game exists is 2 through 5 as well. Warpugs. I don't know what to say about this. This is heresy. This is what the Black Templar were trying to exterminate. I'm just saying. This kind of stuff is what the Black Templar are trying to exterminate in Flash Gets vids. I have nothing. My soul hurts. All of Seth's links are going to be in the description down below, next to my own. My soul hurts. I feel it collapsing even now. I have no mouth, but yet I must scream. And I seriously think that's enough internet for today, guys. I'm just gonna go now. I'm gonna go.